packages or procedures, any object like a form, report, any control file or proc file, it should start with the XX. Then, if your object started with the XX, the patch will not touch your object. That's our Oracle recommendation. Okay, next, in each production tab or custom tab, we have the 12.0.0 to represent Oracle application version. So normally we'll see forget about whether you're working on the 12.0.0 or 12.2.14. The folder name is the 12.0.0. That's it. Yeah, it won't change. Under that, we have some subdirectories like technical folders, forms, reports, SQL, and bin. So forget about remaining here. We won't use it. Under the forms, again, we have the language. Even your reports also will support the language, but SQL and bin won't support the language. Directly can drop the code into SQL and bin folder. SQL folder will support the .SQL files. Bin folder will support the .CTL and the .proc files, control file. In the forms, we are going to place the .fmb, .fmx, forms module binary, forms module executable. In the reports, we are going to place the .rdf, report to definition file. So as a developer, when you develop any code, so suppose today I developed a .SQL file for the GL, then you have to go to XXGL. That means custom tab. Under that 12.0.0 SQL, there I will drop my file. Suppose if I develop a .fmb for the pivot module, then as a developer, I have to go to XX pivot tab, nothing but a custom tab, 12.0.0 forms US. From there, uh, I have to place the file into that path. So as a developer, when you develop any new code, so you have to keep in the custom tab. Suppose if you want to see the Oracle code, you can get it from the production tab. So already the Oracle kept a code in the production tab. You can get that code. It's open source. Anybody can look the Oracle code. Anybody can view the Oracle code. No encrypted format. So we can download that code and we can see how the Oracle written the code here. We can see the Oracle logic also. So if you want, you can reuse that code also. Like so, when you want to get the Oracle code, you have to go to production tab. So when you develop a new code, we should keep in the production tab, custom tab. So now we came to know what is the production tab and what is the custom tab. Next, we discussed front end tier or maybe the end user hierarchy. Here the topmost is the user. Then the user have multiple responsibilities like a PO responsibility, AP, AR. This is for end users, not for you guys. So in real time, we do not have access to this PO responsibility, AP responsibility, AR, but they will give permission in the development only, not in the production for testing purpose. That we'll discuss later. Apart from that, the user should have access to two responsibilities. One is the application developer. The second one is the sysadmin responsibilities. These two together, we are calling it as the AOL, Application Object Library. These two are the mandatory responsibilities for developers. With these, we can register the RiseW components in Oracle applications and give the grant to end users. Okay. So each user, again, each responsibility will have the three fields. One is called as the menu, or nothing but a collection of the forms. Whatever the forms we are going to develop, so that many forms we can assign to the menu. Today we'll elaborate. A request group, suppose you are developing bunch of programs. That many programs we can assign to the request group. Then data group for security. So ignore here. So, but when you create any new responsibility, so please consider the data group name as the standard. Okay, now forget about what it will do. It is a DB activity for security purpose. So under the each menu, we have the function, we have the database function. So forget about here. The database function is the different. This is the form function. So now we are working on the form function. So later we have to create the function. Then we have to create the form. So before that here, we need to develop a data frame B and we need to generate the data from X. This we'll discuss later here. Okay. After 20 days, we'll work on the form development. First, we need to develop a data FMB and we need to generate a data from X. When you develop any new FMB, where I have to keep this file? Where I have to keep these files when I develop any new data from and FMX. We have to go to custom tab. In the custom tab, 12.0.0, under that forms US. There I have to drop my files. So once dropping the files, log into Oracle applications, we have to register the form. Then we have to register the function, attach the function to menu. Our menu means it's a collection of the forms. Then assign the menu to PO responsibility or AP responsibility, whatever it may be. Then through the user, you can access the forms. That many forms you can access. That I will explain here. You will have some idea. Okay. So in my company here, there is a PO responsibility. Then there is one more AP responsibility. So under the PO responsibility is linking to the PO menu. The menu name is the PO menu. AP responsibility I'm linking to AP menu. AP menu. So coming to PO menu, I'm attaching the three forms. One is the requisition form. The third one is the PO form. Second one is the PO form. The third one is the receipt form. So coming to AP menu, I'm attaching the supplier creation form, then AP invoice, then payment. Okay. So these three, requisition form, PO form, receipt form, these three I'm going to assign to the PO menu. A menu can hold multiple forms. It's a bunch of forms. Then AP menu have the three suppliers, AP invoice, payment. Then PO menu I'm going to assign to the PO responsibility. Then AP menu I'm going to assign to AP responsibility. So this PO responsibility I'm assigning to the example Lakshmi. Then AP responsibility, I'm assigning to the Swati. Okay. So whenever Lakshmi log into Oracle applications, she will have access to only PO responsibility. So assume, okay, she's a procurement user. So whenever she log into Oracle applications, then she have access to only PO responsibility, then access to the PO menu. Then when she go to PO responsibility, she can open only three forms: requisition form, PO form, receipt form. That's it. At any cost, Lakshmi cannot access to the AP related. That means suppliers, AP invoice, payment, vice versa. Whenever Swati log into Oracle applications, she will have access to the AP responsibility. She will access to only suppliers form, AP invoice, payment. That means security. At any cost, Swati will work only for the account payables. Lakshmi should work only for the PO procurement only. So I suppose Lakshmi want to connect to the AP invoice. Lakshmi want to see the okay na AP invoice. So as a developer, what should I do? I want to give the AP invoice form access to the Lakshmi. What should I do? Hmm. As a developer, what is the meaning of the menu? Menu means a collection of the forms. So coming to PO menu, I'm assigning the only three functions, the three forms: a requisition form, PO form, and receipt form. So coming to AP menu, so here I'm attaching the three forms, nothing but the functions. So now here I want to give AP invoice form access to the Lakshmi. As a developer, what should I do? Hmm.
We have to take permission.
No, no, no. Simply have to assign this form to PO menu. That's it. Na. Nothing is there here. Already there is a form. AP invoice form already developed by some developer. So there is a menu also. Simply we have to assign this AP invoice form to PO menu. As a developer, we have to do that work. Then now onwards, once we assign this AP invoice form to PO menu, then Lakshmi can access the AP invoice form. That's it here. Okay. Example of PO form. So before making the payment to suppliers, Swati want to check whether the PO is created or not, or approved or not. So in that case, what should I do? Assign the PO form to AP menu. Then before making the payment, the Swati will cross check whether the that means the purchase order been created or not in my system. Okay. So may you can cross jump. So that means procurement team want to see the AP invoice is generated or not. Vice versa. Swati, that means the finance team want to check the proper requisition, proper PO is there in my system or not. So in that case, we can give the access to the different module response forms also. That is possible. So finally, yeah, menu means it's a collection of the forms. Whatever the forms you're going to develop, you can assign that many forms to the menu based on the security. Don't assign all the forms here. Suppose if you give the payment access to the Lakshmi, there is no meaning. That is wrong. So you have to give only AP invoice read only. Maybe sometimes we'll give the read only form. Instead of giving the full permissions, we can give read only permissions. So here also a PO form read only. At any cost, uh, Swati won't create a PO. Swati can view the PO documents. That is vice versa. Lakshmi can view the only AP invoices. Lakshmi won't create a AP invoices. So that's called the read only forms. Also we can develop. We can't do the DML operations. Okay. So as a developer here in real time, we are going to develop the forms. Then that many forms we are going to assign to the particular menu. Then assign that menu to the particular responsibility, assign the responsibility to the end users. So in this case, Lakshmi can have access to this many forms. Swati will have access to this many forms. Like that, we can maintain the security. Maybe it's a data security or whatever it may be. Okay. So this is called as the menu concept here. So the topmost is the user. Under that, we have the responsibility. Each responsibility will have the three important fields: menu, request group, data group. Menu means we can control the forms. How many forms will access by the users? Request group nothing but a collection of the programs. So total 12 type of programs we can develop in Oracle applications. Out of that, here, as a developer, we need to develop only 5. That is enough here. Forget about remaining 7. You won't get a chance. Very rare case sir, to get work on the remaining 7 technologies. So normally we'll go with the 5 one. Okay. So here there is a concurrent program concept. Then there is executable concept. So Oracle can given 12 type of executables. We will develop here. So next classes we are going to learn these 5 methods. Forget about 12 methods. So 5 methods are enough here. No one will ask about the remaining 7 methods. Okay. So coming to forms, we are going to develop a data from B and data from X. Then we have to register the form. Then we have to register the function, attach the function to menu. Multiple functions we can assign to the menu. Function nothing but a form. Okay. Then menu can hold multiple forms, like a bunch of forms. Then assign that menu to the responsibility. Whenever the user log into that responsibility, she have access to that menu. Then she can open. That means that user can open that many forms. So this is called as the user hierarchy. Okay. So today here we are going to create our own user. So last 2 days we connected with the operations and welcome. Okay. But in real time, on-site people will create a user for you and they will assign these 2 responsibilities, application developer and sysadmin, and they will they will drop a mail to you about your username, password, URL. These 3 informations will drop a mail. Then you guys open that URL, enter your username. Once you enter the username and password, then you will get a prompt to change the password. So you have to change the password. The reason is the on-site people know the password. So that is a real-time process. But here, so no one is there to create a user for you. You guys, you have to create your user by yourself. Then we can change our password and we can log into Oracle applications. So once they create a new user, then forget about operations. That's just a default user given by the Oracle. Then we can have our user, our password, and our responsibilities. Okay, so that will start today. Yeah? So today we are going to create a new user. For that user, we are going to assign 2 responsibilities: application developer and sysadmin. We'll see how to assign that responsibilities, then how to create a new record in Oracle applications. Okay. So to create a new user or to create any PO document or to create any AP invoice. So out of the 3-tier architecture, which tier I have to connect? As a maybe end user or any functional consultant or any person here. So I want today I want to create a PO document, purchase order. Suppose Lakshmi, she is a buyer. She's a PO end user. She want to create a PO document. So which tier she will connect out of these three? Mm.
Front end, sir.
Always
Front
front end.
end.
Always
Front
front
end.
end. Yes. Then she will log into front end and she will open the purchase order form, enter the data, which item she want to buy it, and finally click on the save button. Once you click on the save button, the data will store in the DB tier. That means the tables. That architecture I will explain later how to get the table name. If you create a pivot in the front end, pakka the data will store in the Oracle tables. As a developer, I want to know which tables the data will hitting. That means storing the data. That architecture we should know here. That I will help you how to get the table names. As a developers, we should know the table names. That's important for us here to develop a new reports or to debug the Oracle code, whatever it may be. Right. So today we are going to connect to the front end tier and we are going to create our own user with the help of the operations. Put heading here, create new user, create new user, create new user. Then go to remote desktop, go to remote desktop, go to remote desktop, go to remote desktop, open i.e. Go to remote desktop, click on i.e. That means Internet Explorer. Click on i.e. Next, enter URL. Enter URL. Enter URL. I think you know glo.dev.com:8000. Enter URL. Next, username operations. Username operations. Password welcome. Username operations. Password welcome. Give me the phone. Some issue here. I think it won't work out. Mozilla. Okay. Some problem here. We'll inform to Babu Rao. I think now he's not available. So we can ignore that. Yeah. We'll see tomorrow how to log into Oracle Labs and how to create a users. So anyway, we have some time is there. Just we'll recap, okay, all the topics. So next 30 days here, we are going to learn forms development, reports development. Then this is outdated. Yeah. It's a no clients are using the reports development. Instead of the reports development, the Oracle released the BIP reports. So most of the clients are okay, they're using the only BIP reports. That means XML publisher reports. Then okay, we are going to work on the SQL loader, Unix and the shell script, BIP reports, workflow development, WFT. Then UTL file, data migration, both inbound and outbound. Here we are going to write a lengthy packages for validation purpose. Then PL SQL libraries, let's say PLR and PLX. Then we are going to learn functional, both finance and supply chain management. Then we discussed how to handle the recruiter calls. Then as a developers, we have to install the SQL developer, form builder, report builder. These two together we are calling it as the D2K, developer 2000. Then putty tool, WinSCP, XML publisher desktop, Java is required, workflow builder is required, Notepad++, version control software, and code migration tool. Then how to connect it to the client network. Maybe we can use the remote desktop or Citrix or VPN. So better we have to check with our team leader. Then how to get a database version. Then how to get a ERP version. Okay. Then how to check the whether object is there or not by using the all underscore objects, or we can go with the all underscore tables. Next, we discussed what is the schema, how to connect one schema object from another schema. That's called as the grant. By giving the grant, we can access the another schema object. But when you write any SQL queries, the best practice is use the schema dot. It's the best practice, yeah. Okay. Then how to connect one database object from another database? That's called as the DB link. At the rate of DB link will connect it to the another database object. Then file types, .sql file, .fme, form development, .rdf, report definition file, then workflow type, prog files, program files, PLL, program link library, and program link executable PLX, RTF, rich text format, CTL is the control file. This many files will develop, okay, per hour. Then we came to know ERP, then ERP vendors in the market. The uh, top or two most vendors are the Oracle and SAP. Then modules of finance, supply chain management, HRMS, CRM, or manufacturing, EAM and PA. But here we are going to learn finance and supply chain management. In the financial, particularly, we have the account payables, account receivables, general ledger, then fixed asset, cash management. So coming to supply chain management, we have the inventory, PO, OM. Out of that year, we have the two cycles. One is the P2P, that's called as the procure to payment. In the procure to payment, we are the customers, we are dealing with the suppliers. That means our company is the customer, then we'll buy goods from the suppliers or services. Then we'll make a payment to suppliers. In the O2C, our company is the supplier and deliver the goods to customer and collect amount from the customer. That's called as the O2C, order to cash. Then type of resources, DBA, the functional consultant, the technical consultant. Then the functional people will sit with the clients and gather the client requirement and compare with the Oracle product and identify the gaps. Okay, so they will identify that many gaps for the particular client and prepare the functional specification document and send the document to developers. The developers will prepare the technical design document and start the development. Once get approval from the team lead, may or may not. Yeah, most of the companies won't want. Most of the companies 1 minute. Most of the companies won't follow that. So may or may not, yes. So no one will prepare the MD70. May directly can go with the development. So may after completing the development, may have to prepare the MD70. Normally, we have to prepare the MD70, then go to development. But more some companies, so due to some urgency here, first they will go with the development. Later they will go with the technical design document. Then okay. Responsibilities of the DBA, the responsibilities of the functional guys, and you guys. So developers will work mainly on the RISE-W components, reports, interfaces, conversions, extension, and workload development. Then apart from the coding, we have to prepare the three documents. One is the technical design document, MD70, then the migration document, MD120, unit test cases document, TE20. So you should have idea on the these three documents. In the interview, they will ask what is the content, what are the important sections in the MD70. Then what is the format of the MD120? They will ask in the interviews. Yeah, you should look into the documents. Then we discussed the AIM methodology, application implementation methodology. Then no types of project. So may you will get a chance to work on the implementation or support or upgradation or rollout. Then now most of the clients are using the service now for ticketing purpose, maybe the Jira, then Bugzilla or Remedy. Okay. So then we'll see the type of the ticket and the priority of the ticket. Then versions of ERP, the latest in the market is the 12 to 14. Then we discussed the three-tier architectures, front-end tier, middle tier, and back-end tier. So front-end tier will use the URL and will use the browser tool. Coming to middle tier, we are going to use the host names and we are going to use the WinSCP tool. Coming to DB tier, we are going to use the TNS names and we'll use the SQL developer. Then, okay, how to connect. Then the middle tier. So production tab and the custom tab. So the Oracle code we could see in the production tab. Any new development we are going to keep in the custom tab. Then we discussed front end tier, user, responsibility, menu, request group, data. In the menu, we have the function and the form. Coming to request group, we have the concurrent programs and the executable. Oracle has given the 12 methods. Out of that, as a developers, we are going to work on only 5 methods only. That's Oracle reports, PLC equals stored procedures or packages, shell script, SQL loader, and SQL stoppers. Only 5 methods will work in real time. Forget about remaining 7 methods. Yeah? Right. So as a developer, we should have access to these two responsibilities, application developer and sysadmin. Okay, na? Both are the AOL responsibilities. We can call it as the developer responsibilities. So that's it. Yeah? 1 minute. So some issues to the remote desktop. Yeah, I think it's not working. So I will inform to Baburao. He will work on that. So tomorrow the server will be up. So tomorrow we'll start how to create a new user and how to create a new responsibility. The menu also. We are going to create a menu request group. That task will done tomorrow. Then we'll forget about operations. We'll log in with our username and password only daily. Then we'll start our development. We'll develop a new programs, new packages, and a new form development also. Later we'll go to functional. We'll discuss about finance and supply chain management. So today we'll wind up the session. Any queries?